आऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन व सामीन। आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम रोशनी इम्तियाज़ नकवी के साथ। आप आज देख रहे हैं मेरे साथ हैं क्लेयर बॉल्डविन, ये डेफ ब्लाइंड यूके से तशरीफ़ लाई हैं और इनसे आज जो क्वेश्चन होंगे ये पूछेंगे इनसे कि डेफ ब्लाइंड यूके जो है वो क्या किस तरह की सर्विसेज या सपोर्ट मुहैया करते हैं वो अफराद जो डेफ ब्लाइंड हैं। तो ये बहुत सारी बातें जो है इनसे करेंगे, लेकिन आपसे भी गुजारिश है कि आप भी टीवी जो है वो ज़रूर वॉच करें और ये प्रोग्राम देखें, क्योंकि बहुत से ऐसे अफराद हैं जो सुन भी नहीं सकते हैं या देख भी नहीं सकते हैं, या कुछ ऐसे अफराद हैं जो देख नहीं सकते हैं, कुछ हैं सुन नहीं सकते हैं। तो इनके लिए कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज कहाँ से मिल सकती हैं। मेरी ये कोशिश हमेशा यही होती है कि मैं ऐसे अफराद यहाँ पे बुलाऊँ जिनसे यह दरियाफ्त किया जाए कि ये कौन कौन सी सर्विसेज कहाँ से और किन किन अफराद को मिल सकती हैं। तो इसीलिए आज मैंने क्लेयर बॉल्डविन को बुलाया है जो डेफ ब्लाइंड यूके की आउटरीच ऑफिसर हैं, और ये आज हमारे साथ बात करेंगी। तो चलते हैं क्लेयर की तरफ। Welcome Claire, thank you very much for coming onto the TV show, and you are Claire Baldwin, as I explained and to our viewers that you came from the Deaf Blind UK. So can you tell us about yourself, your role at the Deaf Blind UK?
Yeah, certainly. So my name's Claire. I work for Deaf Blind UK as an outreach officer. I started working for the charity about 2 months ago. But before I started working for Deaf Blind UK, I worked in a few different organisations related to disability, supporting deaf and hard of hearing people by helping them with employment, with training, and also educating organisations about being more inclusive of deaf and hard of hearing people. So I've done quite a range of things linked to disability before, but my job now is very much about supporting deaf blind people in the Bradford and the Leeds areas.
So Bradford and Leeds area, you mentioned that you provide training and support to the deaf-blind people in the Bradford and Leeds area. What sort of training do you offer, and how those people get in touch with you?
Okay, so we support deaf-blind people. So we support both deaf-blind people and organisations working with deaf-blind people. So my job with deaf-blind people is to let them know about membership of Deaf Blind UK, let them know what the benefits are of being a member of Deaf Blind UK, and then if they do decide they want to be a member, then I can support them with many things. And what I tend to do is go and visit people and do an initial needs assessment to work out what it is that they're looking for. So they might want some advice around applying for some benefits, they might want advice about employment, or going on a college course, or accessing anything in their local community. But what I'll do is I'll go and speak to them directly and ask them what it is that they're looking for. It's a very flexible service, so we really are asking people what it is that they want, and then based on that, I'll either advise as to whether I can support with that, or point them in the direction of another organisation in the local area that can help them out. But so what we also do is we also go into organisations and do some training in deaf-blind awareness. When he said about the training, it would be more about going to speak to organisations who want to work with or support deaf-blind people, and then I would go in and do some deaf-blind awareness with them to talk about different communication tactics, to talk about reasonable adaptations that could be made, or any assistive technology or equipment that they might be able to put into place to support deaf-blind people.
That's really good, because many people are not aware about the training, because nowadays you have technology people need support with. For example, if someone is blind and they're using a smartphone, are you saying that anyone using a smartphone, for example, you will provide some technical support to people how to use your iPhone, being a blind person?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we've got a specific project around that called the Digital Inclusion Project, and that is very much about showing deafblind people how they can use the smartphone technology or a tablet like an iPad or a Samsung Note, something along them lines, in how they can actually use them to make the whole world more accessible to them. So that could be through, you can use your iPhone as a scanner to tell you what currency you've got in front of you, what money you've got in front of you. There's all manner of different ways in which technology can be used. And what we can do is provide some training and support through our digital inclusion project so that deafblind people have better access to the wider community, to communication and to information as well.
We are talking about Deafblind UK, and you mentioned that the Deafblind UK provide training, sports, and the signpost to the other agencies for the relevant sport for people with different needs. Tell us a bit about Deafblind UK, when it was established and where it based, and how many members do you have?
Okay, so we actually been around since 1928, and we started out as the National Deafblind Helpers League, and that was around carers for deafblind people looking to have some respite and going on holidays. So that's where the foundations of the organisation are. It's now developed into the organisation that we are today, which is a much wider service, providing support with campaigning, access to information. We've got an information and advice line. We have a magazine that goes out every quarter called Open Hand to all of our members, and that's got lots of information in relevant to deafblindness that deafblind people might be interested in. So we've got lots and lots of different ways in which we now support people, but that's where our foundation started in 1928. In terms of the number of members, I'm not sure actually. I'd have to go away and ask. I focus on the membership in the Bradford and Leeds area, but as for the membership for the whole organisation, that's something that I'd have to come back to you with. I'm not sure on how many members
you
we
mentioned you mentioned that you send a magazine to your members. How does blind people access to the magazine?
We send it out in a format that's preferred to the person who's going to read that information. So that could be in large print, it could be in braille, it could be as an audio CD. We could even send it as a PDF attachment to an email. So if somebody's using it via their computer and they have some reading software on the computer, and that's the best way for them to read that information, that's how we'll send it out. What we do is when we send out the membership form for someone to fill in, on that form we actually ask the person how they want to receive information from us. So even if we send you a letter or it's the magazine, or if we want to get in touch with you to ask how things are going, we'll make sure we do it in the right format for our members.
What does Deafblind UK means?
So Deafblind UK, do you mean deafblindness as a disability?
Deafblind UK.
Yeah. So
as an organisation. You mentioned about how they provide sports.
yeah.
And can you also tell me, you mentioned that you help people with going into the college or universities. For example, if someone had an accident and suddenly become blind and deaf, and they have no idea where to go, where to get help and support, how do they know that there's a Deafblind UK exists, and they are here to help you to go back into the studies or employment, or to live normal your day-to-day life?
Yeah, so absolutely. So you touched upon there, deaf-blind people. So people can become deaf-blind through a manner of different ways. So some people are born deaf-blind, and some people have acquired deaf-blindness, which could be through an accident, through illness, or as people get older, sometimes people have a combined sight and hearing loss. But we are absolutely there for anybody with a combined sight and hearing loss. In terms of awareness of us as an organisation, we do a lot of outreach. We try and publicise ourselves in lots of different ways. So for example, like me appearing on this TV show today, but we also have a website. We've got lots of leaflets and flyers and information, and we try and make sure that that's available to lots of different people, so that if a person who does have a combined sight and hearing loss want to get access to information from us, they know where to find us. In terms of when they do get in touch with us, so you gave an example about somebody who has an acquired sight and hearing loss. When they get in touch with us, we would first put them in contact with our information and advice line. Through that line, we would then again just ask them what it is that they want to know. Do they want to know about local support services, how they can find out about technology? Do they want to know about any groups that they can attend? It would be very much about speaking to that person, asking them what the concerns are, and then offering them information and advice to support them.
Can they get information from their GPs? Do you approach GP surgeries? Do you have posters and advertised something to inform about Deafblind UK into the doctor's surgeries?
Yep, so as part of my role in Bradford and Leeds, what I'm doing is contacting GPs, audiologists, optometrists to make sure that they are aware of us as a charity, but also to give them some information and literature like leaflets and posters to put up so that people can see them, so they can get information about how they can get into contact with us if they need to. So very much, at the moment, we don't have information in every single GP and every single audiologist, but one of the focuses of my project is to make sure that anybody who comes into contact with a deafblind person in Bradford or Leeds will know about us, know how they can contact us, and know how they can refer to us if a deafblind person thinks they would benefit from being a member or from me visiting them and doing some outreach work.
Can I just address viewers in Urdu, so explain what you said?
Yeah, of course, sure.
जी नाज़रीन, आप सुन रहे हैं इस वक्त क्लेयर बोल्डविन को. ये डेफ ब्लाइंड यूके की आउटरीच ऑफिसर हैं. ये लीड्स ब्रैफोर्ड में काम करती हैं, और ये जैसे कि इन्होंने बताया कि ये डेफ ब्लाइंड यूके जो है 1928 में इस्टेब्लिश हुआ था, और अब ये इन्होंने मैं पूछूंगा कि किन किन और शहरों में ये सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करते हैं. ये अभी मैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. ये बता रही हैं कि किस तरह से अगर आप सुन नहीं सकते हैं या देख नहीं सकते हैं, या आप पैदाइशी तौर पर डेफ ब्लाइंड हैं, या फिर आप ज़िंदगी के किसी हिस्से में ये आप किसी बीमारी की वजह से आपकी सुनवाई अफेक्ट हुई है या आपकी नज़र पर असर हुआ है, तो उस सूरत हाल में आपको किस तरह की मदद मिल सकती है. इन्होंने बताया कि ये आपको कॉलेज में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, स्कूल्स में भी आपकी मदद कर सकती हैं. आपके लिए डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए उन बता सकती हैं कि वो साइन पोस्ट कर सकती हैं कि आपको मज़ीद जो हेल्प है वो किन और अदारों से मिल सकती है. और टेक्नोलॉजी के हवाले से उन्होंने बताया कि अगर आप टेक्नोलॉजी इस्तेमाल करते हैं, मिसाल के तौर पर मेरे पास एक ब्रेल मशीन मैंने हाथ में रखी हुई है, चूँकि मैं ख़ुद देख नहीं सकता हूँ. बहुत से नाज़रीन जानते हैं कि मैं देख नहीं सकता हूँ, तो मैंने पहले भी ब्रेल मशीन दिखाई है आपको. मेरे पास जो मशीन है, कुछ अगर इसमें डिफ़िकल्टीज़ हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, तो मैं इनसे रब्ता करूँगा कि मुझे इसमें हेल्प चाहिए, तो ये मुझे हेल्प करेंगी. अगर चूँकि मैं आईफोन भी इस्तेमाल करता हूँ और उसमें बहुत सी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो मेरी समझ में नहीं आती हैं, तो ये मुझे बताएंगे. कॉल लेते हैं, कॉल के बाद फिर हम गेट अ कॉल ऑन द लाइन. हेलो.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम सलाम.
भाईजान, ये अभी प्रोग्राम देख रहा हूँ.
जी.
हाउ डज डीफ एंड यूके सपोर्ट का.
जी.
ये आप जब डीफ का वो बोलते हैं तो कुछ इसमें अच्छा होना चाहिए कि वो जो साइन लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं,
जी,
तो वो अगर आप साथ में रखें.
ये करते हैं कि ये जो लोग जिसकी सुनवाई कम है, या जिन लोगों की सुनवाई कम है, या जो लोग बिल्कुल नहीं सुन सकते, या जो लोग डेफ भी हैं और ब्लाइंड भी हैं, ان کے لیے یہ جو ہے وہ ان کی ہیلپ کرتی ہیں.
صحیح ہے, میں بولتا ہوں جو ڈیف ہے
جی جی
وہ اگر دیکھتے ہیں یہ پروگرام,
ہاں جی,
تو ان کے لیے اگر سائن جو ہوتی ہے نا,
ہاں بالکل, سائن لینگویج,
سائن لینگویج,
جی جی,
تو اگر ہوتی تو وہ اچھا ہوتا.
اچھا ٹھیک ہے, بہت بہت شکریہ آپ کا. جی ٹھیک ہے, بہت بہت شکریہ.
صحیح ہے میرا
بہت اچھا بہت اچھا آپ نے کہا. اوکے right, what is said, the caller says that if you had someone with a sign language, that would have been much better with the sign language, because we may in future may ask someone, a person with a sign language. This was one of the suggestion.
So do you mean it would be better to have someone on the show who uses sign language?
Sign language, yes.
I actually use British sign language as well. So as a deaf woman, I was born deaf. I grew up using speech to communicate, but in later life I've also learned British sign language. So if I go and visit a person who uses British Sign Language as the first language, then I can communicate with that person in their first language. That's no issue at all. So, but if I were to sit here and communicate with you in British Sign Language, then we wouldn't be able to have that mutual conversation, which is why I'm using speech. But if somebody would prefer
what you meant, people who are watching, it would have been better for them to, if they are deaf, if some people who are deaf watching the program, would have been better for them if someone is here sitting and explaining in the sign language.
So if they have an interpreter available, that would be, that certainly would be a reasonable adjustment. So for future shows, if that's something that viewers are...
That's something we can look into in future.
Absolutely, I agree,
جی بہت بہت شکریہ آپ کا, بہت اچھا پوائنٹ آپ نے ریز کیا ہے. انشاءاللہ کبھی کوئی اور کسی پروگرام میں سائن لینگویج کو بھی ہم بلائیں گے. یقیناً بہت سارے افراد ہیں جو سن نہیں سکتے ہیں, اور سائن لینگویج اگر ہوتی تو وہ بہتر طریقے سے سمجھ سکتے ہیں. تو میں بتا رہا تھا کہ یہ ٹیکنالوجی میں بھی سپورٹ کرتی ہیں. آپ کے اسکول, کالجز, یونیورسٹیز میں بھی آپ کو اگر ضرورت ہے کوئی یا اسسٹیو ٹیکنالوجی جیسے بریل مشین ہے یا آئی فون ہے یا اور کوئی کمپیوٹر ہے, اس میں اگر ہیلپ چاہیے تو یہ آپ کو ہیلپ کریں گی. اور اس کے علاوہ بینیفٹس کے انہوں نے بتایا کہ اگر آپ بینیفٹ اپلائی کرنا چاہتے ہیں, آپ کو ہیلپ کی ضرورت ہے, تو یہ آپ کے گھر آ کر آپ کی فارم جو ہے وہ فل کرنے میں آپ کی مدد کریں گے. اس کے علاوہ بہت سارے اور بھی, اگر آپ کو ضرورت, آپ سمجھتے ہیں کہ ڈیف اور بلائنڈ آپ کو سنوائی بھی کم دے رہا ہے اور دیکھ بھی نہیں سکتے ہیں, تو آپ ان سے رابطہ قائم کر سکتے ہیں. اور یہ آپ کی, اگر آپ لیڈز آف بریڈفورڈ میں ہیں, تو اگر آپ کسی اور شہر میں ہیں تو وہاں بھی ان کی سروسز موجود ہوں گی, وہ میں ان سے پوچھوں گا. تو ابھی آپ دیکھتے رہیے, انشاءاللہ آپ کو مزید انفارمیشن جو ہے وہ ملیں گی. تو ابھی ہم چلتے ہیں, گوئنگ فار اے شارٹ بریک اینڈ ول کم بیک اینڈ ول کنٹینیو آور پروگرام. تھینک یو, کیپ واچنگ دی ہدایت ٹی وی.